Did you feel the power flow through tonight's episode of NXT? Well, if not, we're going to tell you why you're wrong, so make sure to stay tuned. It's the NXT After Show right here on AfterBuzz TV.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
You take a look, you got that earth spinning. The earth is spinning for us, the NXT team here on AfterBuzz TV. Just feel it.
Feels good.
Feels good?
Feels good.
Oh, don't worry. We'll get to why we picked this song, other than, you know what? It's just been...
Cut it.
It's been stuck in my head for the past couple of days, but that's not true.
And of course, the theme song to Borat.
Yeah, we almost did that.
100%.
I bought that soundtrack. Like,
There was
Really?
a soundtrack?
yo,
I was making
it's
a joke.
really... No, it's really good.
What's the theme song to Borat?
I don't remember, but I just bought the movie
It's just
soundtrack.
like a remix of him going like, my wife, my wife.
We could
my
write
wife.
a theme song for Borat.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm just happy that Borat Club exists. I'm just super happy.
Yeah.
Hey, you're tuned into the NXT After Show here on AfterBuzz TV.
Oh. You bought this soundtrack, huh? You bought this soundtrack like
Yes,
with money?
I did.
Like with actual money and currency?
Yes, I did.
Well, we were in
Well,
high
you-
school.
yeah, we were in high
So
school.
it was really funny.
And we opened up the CD, and it was like a burnt CDR with like marker on it. It was, it's part of the gimmick.
Yeah.
See, I always thought that they should have, when they put The Ring out on home video on VHS, they definitely should have just like put like in a slipcase VHS like The Ring like written on it and
No.
right? Like,
Yeah.
how do you do that?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Spooky.
Yeah.
Spooky.
Speaking of
Scary.
spooky,
Ghosts and skeletons.
speaking of spooky, the following 50 minutes. I'm one of your hosts, the internet's Mark B. Donica. You can find me on Twitter at Mark B. Donica. Joined as always by the rest of the NXT team, the one only true hobo.
That's right. The one, the only true hobo, and apparently people in what culture think they got their own hobos that are better than me, which is not true.
What's that?
But yeah, I guess. it's
What?
been-
Wait, the folks at What Culture Pro Wrestling?
Yeah, it's been brought to my attention they have their own hobo. His name is Hobo Joe, and I believe his Twitter is simply at I am Hobo
Well,
Joe.
More like-
that does not mean he's the true hobo.
No,
More
no.
like hobo, no.
Yeah, so I
Nobo.
No.
firmly assert that I am the superior hobo. There are none better than I, and I am the emperor of the North Pole, and he should bow down to me and give me all praise and due glory that I have.
It's right in your Twitter handle, True Hobo.
Yeah, no.
Now, my religion, I don't know about you. My religion teaches me that you should bear no witness to false hobos.
Any false
Yeah.
hobos.
There is only one true hobo.
Yeah.
And so you can tell Hobo Joe how you feel about that. At I am Hobo Joe.
Is that why you've got a supporter in NXT? That's why Oni Lorcan does the one
Yeah,
finger, because
absolutely.
he's pointing to you, the one true hobo.
Yes, he is. He's pointing straight up. That's where I exist.
Yeah, the North Pole.
In the ether, yeah.
Yeah,
The North Pole.
You follow the curves of the earth.
Absolutely.
Bill Hanstock.
Hi.
It's been another long day, Bill.
But you can follow me on Twitter at Sundown Motel. It's going to be nothing but on-topic, serious conversation on this.
Starting now. Starting right this moment.
Have we
Forget
not
about
been?
Borat and the
Have
Minions.
we not been on topic?
Borat and the Minions.
It's not the Borat and Minions
Starting-
after show? Oh.
No,
hey,
although the Minions are yellow in NXT.
yeah.
I will
Yellow
say,
and yellow.
Kathy
Kelly?
huge proponent of the Minions.
Oh, yeah.
So if
And
anything,
cupcakes.
and if anything, that was a tribute to her.
She had a Minion phone case for a
does.
very
She
long
still
time.
does.
Still does.
she really?
Still
I
does.
wasn't sure.
Still
Haven't
rocking
seen.
it.
Yeah.
Too many phones. At the very top of the
Smart.
show, so I've kind of had an issue with the NXT theme song for the past couple of weeks. Ever since they redid their whole look, it was very much. It was like wrestling's version of Parents Just Don't
Yeah.
Understand.
Teenage angst
Yeah.
was back again.
I'm not listening.
But parents just don't understand what was tongue-in-cheek.
But this was done entirely
Right,
seriously.
no, this was
No, this was
real.
more like whatever Simple Plan song it was, where they're like, "I hate you, Mom. I'm in my room." I'm sure that was a Simple Plan song, right?
I think there's a
Or
couple strung
Newfound
together.
Glory. That
Where
sounded
they're like on
Newfound
their
Glory.
roof and all sad about whatever.
Yeah.
Taking Back Sunday.
Skater kids.
You shut your mouth about two. You shut your whore mouth.
And we're back to my whore mouth. So we got a new song, Resistance.
Place, right? On the whore mouth.
Right, yeah. No, there was a problem with the car. I had a car for a while, but the whore mouth blew out.
Hi, I'm here to fix my whore mouth. What? Jiffy Lube. There's a Groupon. I got a Groupon for the Jiffy
Yeah.
Lube for my whore mouth. Resistance by Power Flow. What do we think about this?
This felt better. It's
heavier.
It felt, I think NXT should be heavier. I think it's a heavier product. I think it's somewhat denser than its television counterpart. So, I think it should have a heavy theme song. Yeah, I'm down with, who are they again?
Power Flow.
Power Flow.
Yeah.
It's hard to put up a resistance against Power Flow.
I mean, there's a lot of jokes you can make about
Do
Power
you
Flow.
think that
and
they
it's
went
tough.
in and they were like, the band's name is Powerful, and they got the shirts back and it said Power Flow, and they're like,
Yeah, it was.
and write happy on the cake in quotation marks. Why is this so difficult?
I love those bad cakes, dude. Well, NXT. We're just so everybody knows.
Like 40 minutes into the episode by now.
Just so
right?
everybody knows, we're canceled already again.
Yep.
Due to how great we were.
Surprise! We were never on the air. Pirate Radio.
So the show started with Tommaso Ciampa
Tommaso.
coming out to
Ciampa.
a chorus of boos, and asking if
On crutches.
on
crutches.
he came out on crutches.
Crutch.
Single crutch.
Crutches. Whatever. He was holding himself.
Timothy Crutchfield. Yeah.
Crutches.
Crutches.
This is what you pay for.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You get what you get.
We're at the price of admission.
So he talks about sustaining an injury before. First of all, I think he made 100% sense in this promo here. He
it's
talked.
good.
He talked about reports coming out that he hurt himself the Thursday before Takeover. Those reports being true, and people already going, "Who's gonna replace him? Who's Gargano?" Like thinking of dream partners for Gargano when it's like, no, hold on. There was no announcement made that he was going to get replaced. The match wasn't canceled. It wasn't put off or anything.
And there was that tongue-in-cheek thing a while back with Oni Lorcan stepping in as Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah.
And that was kind of funny, but now it got a little more serious because he's hurt and everybody's kind of like, well, you can't wrestle. So who's gonna be in his shoes?
One of my favorite things he said was, "It only took a day for me to become an afterthought."
Yeah.
That's pretty heavy.
Yeah, it is. Being in a tag team is tough for kind of everybody involved because if you get hurt, then not only are you on the shelf, but your partner's on the shelf.
Shout out to Team 6-1.
Right, exactly. So it's always one of those things of if you're loyal as a tag team, you're gonna sit on the shelf together. But if you're not,
This is a little different.
Then you'll start looking at people to replace your injured partner, and that's exactly the situation that Tommaso Ciampa found himself in. And I think he sort of put those feelings aside so that he could possibly win a championship. Because if he won, none of it would matter. None of those things would matter. But in losing, kind of it all sort of bubbled to the surface. And he had to do something with those feelings of resentment. And he put them in his opponent's head from the outside. Shoved them into his head.
With his knee.
With his knee at a table.
What we need is for someone to take Ciampa's face off and put it on the Elf on the Shelf cover.
Okay.
Because he's
Continue.
very elvish looking,
Yeah.
and he's on the shelf.
Okay.
Just Tommaso.
Okay. All right.
No, I'm with you. Keep going.
Yeah.
No, that's the entire.
No,
and
keep
then-
going.
Okay.
And then send it to us. Like, you can laugh at it for a while by yourself first,
Yeah.
but then show it to us.
Until
Maybe
it just
that-
slowly
that's
drives
our,
you
That's our
mad.
new shirt.
No.
It's the elf on a shelf, but it's
Tommaso on the shelf?
Ciampa's
I
hand.
broke Oahu's leg. Is our new shirt?
That's
'Cause
right.
I
Yes.
really am going to buy that shirt if you haven't made.
Damn it.
You sons of.
It's been a long week. To sort, he brought up how if he was going to go away for a long time, he was going to take Johnny Wrestling with him. He's going to put him away for a long time. We still don't know how long.
What is he going to do with Johnny Fairplay? This is important.
Well,
Oh, come on, nobody's talking about Johnny Fairplay for years. Let him rest in peace.
It's the coats,
What about Johnny Good Time?
Well,
That's
he's
who I'm excited
the good
about.
time's over.
Oh,
The
no.
good time's over. Kmart has bought Good Time, so that's the partnership that we're left with.
Let the Kmarts roll.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel...
Got the big red K. Kmart.
We're talking about Kevin Martinson, by the way. In case nobody...
We gotta get a face tattoo. Looks like a K.
We gotta get a face tattoo?
Collect a face tattoo.
Yeah.
You know, like
So
Alicia
stand
Silverstone and
side by
Cryan when they put
side.
their faces together and it makes one face tattoo.
What a bull.
I mean, I follow you, but
You
does
guys don't-
anyone else?
Like you guys don't think about the Aerosmith Cryan video at least once a day.
Ryan.
I don't often think.
Why not? She looked great in that video. That whole video was what?
Zed. Never mind. Yeah. She looked great, huh?
Yeah.
How great did she look?
Great. I said it already. I am a 32-year-old man,
I'm reading between the words.
and this microphone isn't
A lot
replaceable.
of feeling.
You're replaceable, hobo.
Oh my God! Let him try.
It's a little, I mean, let's not make the announcement about next week.
No, shut up.
Oh God!
Everybody's still reeling over Ty.
Too soon.
Anyway,
Wait, what happened to Ty?
nothing.
Oh no.
Really, nothing. He'll be here for Lucha tomorrow.
Cool.
He talks about, he knows he's not replaceable. I like how he, despite everything that he put Johnny through, he says, Johnny is not replaceable, but the crowd's replaceable. Every single one of you. And when he gets back, he's going to be the most dangerous son of a bitch in NXT.
His words,
Yeah.
not yours.
I can believe that. Yeah,
He's the one who said the cuss. You're just...
Yeah, I was repeating
Yeah,
the
no.
cuss. I'm not a cussy baby mama.
That's how you get away with it.
Or a cussing baby's mother.
As a kid, you go, I am
As a
going to
kid?
quote somebody. And then you say a horrible curse word, and then your parents go, well, that's the loophole. We can't punish him because it's a direct quote. And then what are we saying? That we have to censor other people through our kid? And that's why kids do wrestling moves. And nobody can say anything because it's a quote in bodily form. You're quoting...
I'm not popping for you, I'm popping for me.
You're
A
quoting
quote
the
in bodily
person with your
form.
body. You know, it's like hitting an RKO or a stunner. That's quoting them. That's like the Constitution.
You're like, and I quote,
Yeah. As Stone Cold Steve Austin used to say, BAM!
like in the 4th grade when that kid told me I didn't know how to do a DDT, so I DDT'd him on the floor of the library.
Did you get
It
in
was
trouble
just,
for
it was
that?
just carpet over concrete.
Oh, yeah, so
He was
totally
fine.
fine.
He was
He
fine.
was fine.
Children, the Fontanelle, I mean, come on.
Yeah, a little blood out of his ear, but beyond that, totally
Just
fine.
a ringing.
Yeah.
Ma.
Said tinnitus forever.
Really quick, Zeno Hour in the chat. Ciampa's new partner is Hobo Joe. Johnny Wrestling's new partner is the True Hobo.
So I get Gargano?
Yeah, you get Gargano
Can I get Ciampa instead?
Bring a knife.
to cut his beard.
Yeah.
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 And PW Gregory, when he said he was 32 years old, I completely lost the will to live. We're the same age, and I've done nothing.
Imagine how I feel.
Bill's 33.
Yeah, Bill is
Sure.
33 and a half.
Yeah.
His best days are well behind him, and he has nothing to look forward to but the cold embrace of death.
Back.
And we look forward to that every single day, just like Johnny Gargano.
Did you slap his back when you hit the DDT, Bill?
Of course.
What?
It's part of the
That's
DDT.
because that's how he knows not to bite through his tongue. Yeah,
I was giving kids the Iggy before I knew what the Iggy was.
that's right.
After this, okay, one of my favorite things from last week was Bobby Roode going, you know what? It's time for me to take a big old vacay. I deserve it. I need a break. I'm the champion. But I'll be there next week. We found out that we were going to get this glorious celebration, and then in this promo, he's like, we're going to get a glorious celebration, but you're not invited. It's an exclusive party. We'll see you next week.
He's
And
such a
it made it
benevolent
better.
champion.
It made it so much better.
Especially because we've already seen a glorious celebration on the show.
Mm-hmm.
This one was a glorious celebration in his pants.
This was a glorious private party, a
Yeah.
private dance,
A
if you
a
will, in
private
the
party.
champagne room.
It's a glorious private party.
Yeah.
Our first match of the night, which was like 25 minutes into the show, Danny Burch versus Pete Dunne, our new United Kingdom champion.
Was it the Almas match? Was it?
After this?
No, it was after this.
Huh.
Yeah, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, weird.
I think I
but
time
whatever.
traveled.
This was nuts. For the simple reason that Pete Dunne, I felt at the top of this match, wasn't giving Danny Burch the credit of the type of veteran and in-ring performer that he was, because he was like, I'm going to get you with the joint manipulation, and Burch got him right back with that, and then just started beating the crap out of him with any strike he could
finger
throw.
right out of his socket.
He wasn't taking him seriously. He was like, "Oh, I've seen your paint splatter pants, mate."
Yeah. He thought he was wrestling his dad, and like any kid wrestling his dad, you have no respect for the old man until you realize that all that time he spent sitting on the couch was simply him resting up, and that now he has the energy to tear you in twain.
Fudge you, Dad.
Yeah, fudge.
Dad,
You're
I
not
didn't swear. I didn't
You're
swear.
not hip to all the new music bands.
Like
Time
Power
has passed,
Flow.
old man.
I don't like your music. Your music.
Yeah.
Your
So,
queen. I don't like your queen.
You're perched up upon the divan watching Father Ted in Coronation Street, and I'm watching the hip new things like YouTube and Hulu.
Hulu.
I want to watch some Father Ted right about now.
Well, that's our show, everybody. It was
I'm going to watch Father Ted.
Father Ted was one of the British sitcoms I really couldn't get into, and I like a lot of
Really?
British. I like
Oh,
a lot
man.
of British.
That's a goofy one.
I would just watch it, and I was like, "Why isn't this Red Dwarf or Are You Being Served or Blackadder or a bit of Fry and Laurie or any of the other million British? Why isn't it absolutely fabulous? Why isn't Father Dead?"
I don't know. Maybe it's because you take something as boring as being a priest and then just get really brutally honest about the alcoholism.
So that's what Preacher's about. So Preacher's a remake of Father Ted.
Yes,
Cool.
the more serious.
Cool. I
Take
forget.
on Father
I
Ted.
don't remember Father Ted having a vampire in it, but I'll take your word for it.
Did
Well,
Father Ted have
it
a guy with
it was
a
one of the old ladies.
big old beehole on his face?
Yep.
Well, it's even pronounced the British way.
Arseface. Arseface. Speaking of arse faces, that's not.
Thanks for joining us for the Preacher After Show.
Actually, we had a Preacher After Show. Thank you for joining us for that. But it's not
I'm
this
sure
one.
We did.
We did.
And just came back.
Present.
Oh.
Which confirms my theory: Germans love Preacher.
Yep.
You guessed it, Frank Stallone.
I loved this match. Anytime we've gotten to see Danny Burch or his
current
second coming,
incarnation.
second coming, has been an absolute treat, and he didn't let go. He didn't let up literally until the bitter end.
No, Danny Burch is very smart, and that definitely comes with age. He's got the experience to really look like a competitor in there. And there were many times that sort of Pete Dunne was having to play catch up because Danny Burch was a step ahead or a couple steps ahead. What seemed to really hurt Danny Burch was his fire in this. Every time he took a moment to sort of feel the audience and feel the energy, and he just takes that moment to let out sort of a roar, like a legitimate roar. That gives Pete Dunne the opportunity to somehow weasel his way into or out of something. And Pete Dunne's very good at that. He's very smart. He knows how and when to move to avoid any sort of negative contact.
He's an opportunist.
Absolutely, 100%.
Very much. Yeah.
And that is what this match was very opportunistic. Even to the end, sort of that devil may care German suplex into the corner. That's very dangerous. If that rope catches you on the back of the neck, even the corner itself with that padding, if it hits you in the back of the neck, that can cause a pretty bad stinger, and that'll cause numbness in all of your appendages. And then he follows it up very, very adequately with that flatliner. What is he? Does he have
Bitter end?
Bitter end. Yeah, that's right. And he looked very dominant in that. And then the words that followed were simply the same. He's going to be dominant, and he took the belt off of a child.
Yep.
Who
He beat up a child.
He is a biscuit older than anyway.
Yeah.
You yourself are a child. You looked like a child. You still have acne. Perhaps you shouldn't be calling people children when you haven't left the woods of
I don't
puberty.
got an acne problem. You do.
Was it someone else in the UK title tournament, or was his finisher originally called the Don't Look Down?
No.
That wasn't him. His was always the bitter end.
Okay.
Yeah.
I loved the match, and I thought Danny Burch was amazing in it, and I really loved when he just socked him in the face and knocked him out. He's like,
His
"Oi,
knees
who's
went out."
watching Father Ted now?"
You what?
Also,
Also. You're saying arse or ass?
AWES.
I'm saying arse.
Also.
After this,
he ripped his head off like so much volleyball.
we got the. I still think when we get the quote UK brain show, it's got to be NXT themed, because all of the yellow coloring fit too well in the Full Sail.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
It's
all dependent upon where the direction they want to go. If they feel like making it an NXT, they'll make it an NXT. If they want to make it a 205 Live, they'll make it a 205 Live. They want to completely differentiate it from
How much is 205 in
everything they
stone?
205 stone?
No, well, how many? No,
12 stone.
It's gonna be like
12 stone?
400 friggin' pounds.
No. How much is 205 in stone?
Oh,
Bill
you
probably-
mean the conversion from pounds to stone?
Thank you, Bill.
I don't know. Like,
Thank you, Bill.
What is it?
It was probably like 12 stone.
12 stone?
Claire can tell us. Claire.
Claire!
Clayetta.
The beautiful Alicia Claire. I was gonna say, so they did the UK tournament in the special. They did the tournament, obviously. They did the UK special, which had a lot of NXT people on it, and now they've got 3 NXT dates in England, which is pretty good indicator of what's going on here.
Yeah.
There were 4 dates, but then tragedy.
Yeah, tragedy struck.
What?
They're visiting the victims in Manchester.
Sure. Yeah, that's necessary. So, okay.
All right, hard transition.
Yeah.
We go into the back. We're the highlight of anybody's week. The Velveteen Dream
Experience.
Delicious.
Absolutely. Oh my God. Comes back for an interview, but the ambience isn't right. Let's fix all of this. Let's fix you, and then maybe.
Yep. That's it. The man's got standards.
It's a good thing that Braun Strowman wasn't standing nearby and misheard him say ambience. And he would have, I'm not finished with you!
Just charges, tackles him from upstairs.
And away we go!
God, I wish that became something more. Like,
I'll get you for this AC.
it kind of became a thing, but I wish the internet as a whole grabbed on. I'm not finished with you yet.
Someone on Reddit made a really awesome thing for Memorial Day where they had Braun Strowman, they put him in the Uncle Sam, and he's like this with the Uncle Sam hat. This is I'm not finished with you instead of I want you.
That's so
and
good.
Braun put it on his own Instagram.
Oh, good.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Funny you bring up Braun Strowman. Totally did not mean to transfer into this type of a plug, but y'all should listen to X-Pac 12360 this week. We
Braun
had
Strowman's on it?
close.
Oh.
Not at all. We had Jeff Cobb on.
He's
and
the Braun Strowman of Guam.
Guam Strowman.
Nailed it. Let's end the show there. Roll the
done.
credits.
Get out of
gonna
here.
top it.
Going home.
Yeah.
But he talked about he plays Matanza Cueto, sorry, on Lucha Underground, if I'm
Sorry.
spoiling that for anybody. But he talked about the attire and how originally Matanza was going to have an in-ring outfit that was similar to what Braun Strowman wears, and he went, no.
Yep.
And they went, okay. So they just...
And then I
Change
assume, Jeff didn't say this, but I assume he just held up a copy of Splatterhouse and just went
This
for the
right here.
TurboGrafx 16.
And then it just cut to the costume people and blood. Squelched blood. After this, we got another reading from the Book of Pain. And the Book of Pain has been closed.
Oh, the Book of Pain.
So they retire. The Authors of Pain have retired.
They're retiring.
No win.
They're giving up
Yeah.
the belts.
Now
They're
they-
retiring on top of the game.
Now they're the Authors of Dominance.
Yay.
Oh.
I suppose, because it was the Book of
They're going to
Authors of
start
Pain.
wearing a lot more leather now.
Whips.
Yes,
Yeah.
It's
Father.
gonna be like the Basham brothers.
Right. Yes.
The Book of Dominance has been opened, and we got a little bit of backstory for Akam and Razar.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
They were the ones created by the Secret of the Ooze.
Shout out to Terminator 2, The Secret of the Ooze, starring Kevin Nash. And only Kevin Nash.
Terminator 2.
Terminator 2.
The Secret of the Ooze starring Kevin Nash. Perfect.
God, I'm tired. I'm so tired.
Hasta la vista, turtles.
That's called the goof.
Terminator 2, The Secret of the Ooze is absolutely a movie I want to see. Would pay a lot of money to see.
You said we couldn't top Guam Strowman.
Terminator 2, The Secret of the... The secret is the oozes in my pants.
Thank you, everybody, for
Your
joining us.
step parents are dead. The ooze killed them.
And you can, that's coming from, you're right, Hobo.
The second match tonight.
Dude, yeah, there's only 3 matches.
Just,
Well, yeah, technically there was 3, I suppose. Yeah, it was 3. If you don't count Royce and Peyton Royce and Billy Kay, which I totally count as a match.
Let's
a
not
match.
skip that.
No, we're gonna get there. Andrade Almas versus Cesar Bononi. Banana. All right, get it. So Andrade almost got the win in this one, but totally didn't because he was just out there with reckless abandon.
he had no plan. Zero plan. Oh man.
He
just
started with his finish, kept going, and then teased to hit it
Should
again,
never
and
start
then
with
didn't.
the finish.
But then you're right. But then he goes to hook up the big man for a vertical suplex. The big man goes, "I'm not going anywhere. Screw you." Inside cradle and 1, 2, 3, and he's super pissed. Like you didn't think about anything. You just went in there just throwing punches and stuff and slapping the guy in the face a bunch. And do you have an idea of how to win a match?
Playing
Or do you
grab
just
ass.
like seriously or grab face? I guess. And it just this. What did you expect? Get serious, Almas.
Yeah.
God, amateur hour, and he got beat by an amateur, which is why he was so pissed.
He was extremely angry for about 20 seconds, and then was like,
He just shrugged it off.
I got dates.
Yeah,
Yep.
dates. No, it's not good.
Pitted or not?
No.
No, he's got the pits in him.
Yeah, he likes.
It's hard on the teeth. You gotta be careful.
He keeps them.
You don't want to crack a molar. No,
I just
sir.
recently found out that date shakes are a thing in Palm
Oh,
Springs.
they're the biggest thing.
I had no
Oh
idea.
yeah, you're going to
I
the
did Palm
desert.
Springs wrong last time.
Yeah. Actually, Joe Galley just recently had one for the first time.
Yeah, I think I saw that on Facebook, and you're
Yeah.
giving him the biz, and that's why I was
Like-
like, well, I didn't know about this at all.
Well,
Given?
that's okay. You don't live there. He lives there.
Oh, that's
Joe Galley, commentator for Championship Wrestling from Hollywood.
And 3-time Emmy nominee, 1-time Emmy Award winning.
And meme.
And a meme,
Is it 1 or 2?
a few. Well, there was the pole dancing one. There was the
water.
cannonball one.
There was the water.
the water
Trying
one.
to freeze the water.
Yeah,
That was
like
good. That was on Jimmy Kimmel.
and he was a Shacky. He was
yeah,
he
he was
Shacky.
he was Shaquille O'Neal's Person of the Year
Yep.
last year, and we all know how much we respect Shaq in the wrestling business.
Hey,
That's
y'all,
right.
Hey, y'all, I'm going to tell you about my person of the year.
That was
did
about
you hear
it.
it? Because
Yeah.
that was pretty much
That
it.
was
The
it.
guy he just said.
That was it.
After that, I mean, almost.
Hey, Big Show, I heard you talking a bunch of mess about me. Well, keep on talking it, because I'm not going to wrestle you.
It's pretty good.
Shaq's just like 3 octaves lower than Finn Balor, but the same thing. Let me tell you something, Big Show.
Does he also like Legos? How could he put them together?
Probably.
With huge
Yeah, he's
sausage
like-
fingers.
I actually prefer Duplo.
'Cause they're bigger.
Right. Those are normal Legos to his giant, goofy hands.
Anything more than 4 pegs really gives me trouble.
He could build like a life-size Millennium Falcon.
We're going off on Shaq, man.
Hey,
Yeah,
at
take that,
least
Shaq.
he's wrestling related.
Now who's Shaqting the fool?
Shaq the fool.
I bet you weren't even in Terminator 2 Secret of the Ooze, Shaq defer.
Peyton Royce and Billy
Shackathan Jones.
Peyton Royce and Billy Cameron.
Peyton and Billy.
Peyton and Billy.
Billy the best.
I have no.
Billy.
It took me to see a GIF of what they said to understand what the hell they said.
It's a GIF.
They're knocking down the walls.
It's really both.
To build the.
They're looking for an iconic wing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get iconic wing.
They
really
want to
good
be
with
angels.
accents.
Yeah.
Shaza.
So they're each going to share a wing. They're going to have one wing each.
Right. Yeah.
We are friends.
And they're gonna hold on to each other so they can fly.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. It's a great
Maybe
message.
Icarus and his dad should have given that a shot.
Oh, maybe they should have.
Yeah.
He was like, "Come down from there, Icarus.
Nah,
Screw you,
man.
Dad. Always watching Father Ted, and I'm falling out of the sky.
Yeah. Pete Dunne is Icarus in this
Falling from the
scenario.
sky and in."
Keep going back to father ass Ted.
Father Ted ass.
Ember Moon comes through, ruins their shot.
They start making fun of her.
Yeah, Payne's like, I wish you weren't hurt all the time so I could punch you in the face. Amber, sign that you're cleared.
They got real quiet after that. I gotta,
Pilates, late to Pilates.
There's this
I
wing.
got a makeup session.
watch some
I gotta go.
Father
From
Ted.
yogas.
Gotta go clean my makeup gun.
That's Stana Brooke. That's Stana Brooke.
Where do you think she got it
Yeah,
from?
she willed it to Billy Kay.
Yeah. NXT's makeup gun.
That would be so good if like we go backstage one time and like Peyton's like pull and like
I almost said the line from the show, but it could have been misconstrued, so I'm not going to say it at all. Ember gives him a see you soon. So do you think we're going to get a handicap match or a tag match?
I think it'll probably just be Ember wrecking one of them, wrecking a truck.
Regular truck, stealing a big rig.
Wrecking Trek on him.
Wrecking Ralph. Yeah.
Cool. I'm glad we all think so. We get an announcement that in 2 weeks we're going to be getting a triple threat. What? A triple threat elimination women's championship match. You can't stop them. You can't stop them.
You definitely can.
No, you can't. No, you cannot.
Man, I don't know how.
Yeah, no, that's the other end.
Yeah.
We're getting a triple threat elimination women's championship match in 2 weeks between the same combatants as our NXT Takeover match.
Okay.
Because we didn't have that match at Takeover, so we could have it on TV. I mean, either way, it's gonna be pretty tough.
Sure, it's gonna be. Yeah, but like, I don't know. Whatever. It'll be a match. Asuka will retain. If she doesn't, it'll be very surprising. Wicked upset. Yeah, I don't know why we're doing this again. But
it worked so well the first time.
Right.
Well,
Right.
I think the biggest issue is that Asuka's win was so decisive. She pinned both of them.
Right. So why are we doing this again? It was sort of the problem with the main event tonight as well.
Total elimination.
Well, then she could pin them both. Realistically, she could pin them both again.
Yeah, and it'll finish the exact same way. Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, I don't know, man.
It's weird.
She shouldn't be wrestling. Asuka shouldn't be wrestling. That's because she won. She should sit back on her high horse and go, bring them to Asuka.
I wonder if she's going to Bobby Roode's exclusive party.
Asuka crash.
I mean, it's all Asia.
Sure.
It's all Asia, man.
It is.
Yeah.
It's all Asia to me.
I prefer all Asia's shows. Actually, I don't. When I was 18, I did, but now that I'm an adult, I prefer not all Asia shows.
I really like that despite all three of us being in the same room, in the same studio, we've got that sweet Skype delay.
Yeah.
Where after one of us says something, it's...
It's good. No,
Yeah.
that's normal. It allows the audience to catch up.
Yo,
That's wrestling.
We're all in different continents right now. You're over there watching Terminator 2: Secret of the Ooze.
It's like
on
that
bootleg laser disc.
It's like that genie movie starring Sinbad. That's the movie I grew up.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have to make that. Now
Right.
that's our next shirt: Terminator 2: Secret of the Ooze, starring Kevin Nash. And then Nash with like the Terminator eye. And
Terminator Eye and the Ninja Turtles.
Can you take like Super Shredder and give him the eye?
yeah.
Yeah.
But then instead of like the glowing red, have the glowing red eye, and then have goop coming out of it. That's the secret of it. Ooze, not goop. Secret of the Goop is a very different movie.
And we've come up with the parody film.
The Secret of the Goop.
The Goop. We get this was a really weird cut to the back. After his match at TakeOver, Tommy was wrecking the locker room. A whole bunch of the boys are like, "Hey, you can't do that. This is a nice locker room."
Throwing stuff on the floor. We're going to have to pick this up. You know they're going to kick us out of Full Sail for this. We're not going to be able to come back ever.
They're gonna ask who dented the chairs, and we're going to have to tell them it was Oni. And Oni's like, what?
What?
Come on, Lodi. You are the weakest link around here.
He was just angry, which is understandable. He was angry he lost his title match. Cassius Ohno was the only one who was like bent out of shape about it.
And then he was cursing in Japanese.
To the point where they had to censor it.
I mean...
Oh, we didn't even point out that when Ciampa came out, he was wearing Hideo Itami's exact wardrobe.
Oh, yeah.
Tight pants, V-neck white T-shirt with a blazer over it, and loafers with no socks.
Maybe that's what it was.
Back hair.
He was tearing apart everything looking for his clothes. That's what it was.
Before he left, Ciampa stole his clothes.
Yeah,
So
where are my clothes?
Ciampa is now my #1 suspect for who injured Hideo Itami back in the day.
Yeah,
still don't know.
I mean,
Because he probably took his rolling suitcase, too.
might have, yeah.
Wow.
She's getting deep.
And when we first saw Hideo wearing that, it was him replacing the outfit that Ciampa had initially stolen.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, back to reality. Whoops, here comes reality. Cassius Ohno was the only one who was really getting worked up about it for whatever reason. He was like, hey, man.
I've been through it too.
Those chairs really tied the room together.
Yeah, all these bottles of water were on a table, and now they're on the floor.
How you can't drink that?
You come to my house and you kick my chairs? A young trophy chair in the parlance of our times?
Yeah, right? Yeah. This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah. This is what happens.
This
This
is
is what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps.
every damn time.
Look that up on YouTube. It's great.
Hey, was I talking to you about the censored version of that?
I mean, I know about it.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Like, I was talking about my favorite like TV.
Yeah. Do you know what happens, Larry?
Yeah.
You know what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps?
So good. So after this,
They treat objects like women, man.
so last week or earlier in the day, Itami and Cassius Ohno just shake hands in the parking lot. It's like, oh, they did
Bury
it.
the hatchet.
But we didn't hear what they were saying. They could have been like, so we agree, we will fight.
Yeah.
I think
Because
whoever's
Cassius looked
recording-
really like, where are these camera? Is that a camera? Get that camera out of
Somebody
my...
was hoping for a
30 feet
really
away.
solid world star, and it just never happened. World star? Oh, they're okay. Oh, man, boo.
Man boo.
Hideo Itami's like, so we're in agreement then. Your mother's a whore, Trebek.
Sure.
I just like everything about Cassius Ohno's character is rubbing me the wrong way in this situation because he gets worked, like he gets been out of shape for no reason. Like, whoa, calm down, buddy. And then when he's shaking Hideo Itami's hand, he gives him this condescending little bow.
Like, oh yeah.
Oh, I've been to Japan.
Yeah, oh, this is weird.
And then Tommy walks away, and Ohno's like,
Did anybody see me bow?
and then walks in front of a car.
Yeah.
Driving towards-
Let's get in my car. Huh?
Ron Corleone. Cassius Ohno seems like an AA sponsor.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Hey, Tommy, you working on step 4? Hey, buddy.
She's talking to a toddler who's going through AA.
Well, he's been treating him like it.
Well,
Yeah, kind of.
Oh,
Well,
where's your binky, pal?
we all get
Where's your mom?
mad sometimes.
You gonna find your pep for you?
But so one of the other people in that room, Oni Larkin, is gonna fight Itami next week. That seems really weird
This is
to me.
all Ono's fault.
Yeah,
this whole thing seems really.
that's what they were shaking. He's like,
he's
hey,
hey,
I can get you Oni.
yeah, he's like,
You want
he
somebody
was
to beat
saying
up?
some real rough things about
Yeah.
you, buddy.
It's like, I can't believe he said that all of that stuff in the locker room.
Can't believe he's revealed the secret of the ooze.
Yeah. I mean, you never know until somebody.
Not
says
even the
it.
first Terminator knew about the secret of the ooze.
Oh, that's why they just send him back again. Instead of wait, no, it's the Turner, but instead of like metallic, it's just.
I need your bike, your clothes, and your ooze.
And your pair of katanas.
Is this happening? We're writing this.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna Swede Terminator 2 Secret of the Ooze?
For sure.
I'm super down for that. Next week, because we're canceled, so we got to put something
we got
in
lots
place.
of free time now.
Yeah,
Yep.
we don't have to watch NXT or do the after show, so we're just gonna shoot it. Let's talk about our main event: Sanity versus Roddy and the Knockout Cassius Ohno.
Oh, is that?
He's a knockout. Look
Did
at
I
that.
say that this time?
No, I'm saying it.
And long, beautiful hair.
Yeah, he's a beautiful man.
He's got.
Just go with it.
That
full lips.
knockout man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the knockout man with a knockout plan. That's Cassius Ohno.
Yeah. He's gonna be stuff.
I mean, think of the implications to other wrestling company if you have somebody called the Knockout,
Yeah.
and it's a dude like Cassius Ohno.
I want all the Adrian Adonis situations that I can possibly get my hands on.
Do they not call them knockouts anymore down there?
You'd have to ask someone else.
Anybody in chat that watches that wrestling program where they call their lady
Oh,
wrestlers?
the Big Owl, the Owl Show,
Yeah.
Owl Wrestling. Yeah.
Owl Wrestling. Oh, man, that'd be great.
It's
Yeah.
just clawing each
Outlaw
other.
Wrestling League.
Outlaw Wrestling League.
Let's do it.
That wouldn't
That's
be
our
hard
new
to
company.
do. Sure.
Owl Wrestling. Woohoo! Caw-caw! I'm an owl.
What was the? What was the owl that is like trying to teach kids from littering?
Oh,
Hootsie.
Is that what I think it was?
Hootsy.
Give a hoot, don't pollute.
Yeah, give
Yeah,
it.
yeah. What
Yeah.
was the
Oh,
name
do
of
they have
that
a name?
damn bird?
Yeah.
They all have names.
Hooters. I think I've seen people wearing shirts that say Hooters. And I think
Yeah,
That's what it was.
They're
Owl.
very anti-pollution. Yeah.
That's what it was.
Hooters.
It was Hooters.
Terminator 2, Secret of the Hoot.
Secret of the Hoot. It was Woodsy Owl.
Woodsy. Good old Woodsy and his wood pals. Didn't want to light
And
things
there's also
on
the
fire.
owl that taught kids how to bite into a Tootsie Roll Pop.
Yeah.
Professor.
Then there was that
Professor Owl.
frog who could teach kids how to get to the Rhode Island State Penitentiary.
How do I eat this candy, Professor Owl?
I'm not familiar with that one at all.
You're not? Yeah, it was a frog. And the kid asked, "Hey, Mr. Frog, how many licks of you does it take to get to the Rhode Island State Penitentiary?" "Just one."
Roderick Strong gets the win,
Yeah.
and that's our match.
Yep.
But
why?
No, so that's the thing. that exactly. So here's the thing. Seriously, this match happened because we needed a match to happen.
Sure did.
Right. Like, no other match needed a promo more than this match to explain why Eric Young was in the match and not Killian Dane, and why Roderick Strong was in the match, and why Cassius Ohno was in the match.
Why we were watching the match.
Yeah.
Like, Roderick Strong won. His
Yeah.
ass won. He didn't have to wrestle them anymore because he won.
He's like, I'm gonna go straight to the NXT title.
But I'm gonna wrestle them
I'm gonna be in
again.
this tag match real quick.
Like that. This match needed a promo.
Well, you know what it
Holy
was?
crap.
He probably kicked down Bobby Roode's door and was like, "Hey!" And he wasn't there.
Yeah.
He's like, "I can put you. I can put you in this."
Amazing visual. Hey!
That's Roddy versus no one, I guess. So Rick was like, "What are you doing, you bloody pill? Like, well, I'll put you in a match against Sanity, I guess.
Yep.
Who do you want? Who do you want to be your partner?"
Tubby?
He's unavailable. We only have Cassius Ohno.
Oh.
It's also really hard for me not to say Kevin Owens. Because
Yeah.
Cassius Ohno was the original KO
Right.
gimmick, and they went, well, that'll never work. And then they did Kevin Owens, and we got Cassius Ohno again.
Yep, we have 2 KOs. I like the knockout. Yeah, he's the knockout, and
D-
he knocked out.
Can we get a tag team with him and Kevin Owens called TKO, where it's the
Total
two
knockout.
2 KOs? It's just 2 KOs.
No, then that's me 2 KOs.
Fine.
Hashtag 2 KOs.
2 KOs.
Nobody else will KO it for you.
And then that's the next cereal deal. 2K.
They make sure you ain't knocked out.
It's just a...
Don't be knocked out for
That's
school.
a kid. They don't tell you that.
Kid in a bowl of cereal just bubbles.
That's actually the number one way they check for concussion and knockout is if you can eat a bowl of cereal, you're conscious.
Is that why they?
And they're finally releasing that
That's
They're releasing that cereal formula to you, the WWE viewer.
Follow my finger. Okay, good. Now eat this bowl of Cap'n Crunch.
That's it. Not Captain Crunch. We don't want to get sued.
I've never failed to eat a bowl of cereal, so I don't know. How does one fail to eat a bowl of cereal?
You just don't finish it.
Yeah, well, he was saying if
I'm
your
just-
face
I'm
lands
full.
on the
Yeah,
bowl,
or if you, it's just like... sort of
or
a
if
thing.
you're like,
If you have a drink,
That's an eating problem.
if you have an eating
It's a
problem.
wicked eating
Or
problem.
if you just flip the table on its own. I don't get it! No! Give a hoot. Don't pollute. That's
give
the
a
Woodsy.
hoot, read a book.
That's the Woodsy Owl way. Joseph Boza set up. All it did was set up the main event for next week. Killian Dane versus No Way Jose, who made his return to television tonight.
But
That was the
I
that was
want
the
a
thing that
promo.
happened.
Give me a promo. For God's sake, if there's a match, there should be a reason for it. Oh, it'd kill me.
How many
you
of
guys.
the live chat comments are just people telling us they hate us?
Well, our good friend Marie said, "Your movie better be better than the Michael Bay TMNT," and then followed by
It's a low bar.
"F that owl."
Hey!
Who is your master and what does he do? Well, we didn't even have rails to begin with.
No.
Made it funny.
There's a good
Rails? Where we're going, we don't need rails.
And the third one they did, though. Yeah, they needed,
for
needed
sure
They seriously
rails.
needed rails.
needed rails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were all over the Ding Dang place, and so
Ding,
We
dang.
barely even talked about ding dongs.
barely. No, that's when our Meat Boys come back.
Yeah.
Yep. Those
Yeah,
ding dongs.
I mean, the biggest news that we don't even have to hit the thing, but is how long we don't know necessarily how long Tommaso Ciampa is going to be out. We don't know how clean or dirty his rumored ACL injury.
Was that what it supposedly is? An ACL? Because it was the ankle. Ankle's
Might
not
be
the
a different.
ACL.
Might be a different injury. Might be they.
Maybe the thing on
misunderstood the first
Thursday
injury.
healed, but it exacerbated a previous injury that.
He could have not been injured there, but suffered an injury in the ladder match that was completely unrelated.
Yeah.
It could have been because people just said it looked like he twisted his ankle and he hopped to the back, so that could be any number of things.
Right.
Yeah.
If I remember right, the ACL's on the interior and the MCL's on the exterior. So if you twist your ankle that way, it'll aggravate your ACL if it goes
This
that way.
is-
like-
There's an amazing thing happening
Yeah,
behind
this
this
is
table.
Yeah,
both.
like-
This is both great
I have to
audio
bring-
for the podcast listeners
So-
and great
Don't do it.
visual for the
Hold on, I
viewers.
gotta make it
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
like. So,
Those
Beef
gams
boys.
go all the way
so
up,
you
baby.
gotta look at your knee, and on one
Oh, we're out
side,
of time.
one side's your ACL.
Surprisingly, we're back on the air.
I think the ACL's on the exterior and the MCL's on the interior. And if you twist your ankle this way, then it aggravates this part of your knee, if you can see that. And if you twist it this way, it'll aggravate this part of your knee. So it's possible that, through doing one motion, he aggravated something else. So, everything's connected. That's the
That's the moral of the story.
Is
Everything's
that
connected.
your knee bone's connected to your thigh bone?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yeah. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Knees and toes.
Knees and toes. We had a fun thing that we were going to do, but we're not going to do it anymore because we hate ourselves. We're out of time. Yeah. It's been this week was the 3-year anniversary of the very first takeover. See, you can't hold it in. Better out than in, I always say. Somebody once told me that. We were going to look at the NXT roster 3 years ago and the takeover roster.
Should we do it next week?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Whatever. Absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Or if there's anything NXT history related or that you want us to talk about
This week, NXT history.
let us know in the comments down below or on Twitter using the hashtag NXTeam, because right now we're the only ones using it. So that'll do it for this week. We're tired. We're tired, boys. We're gonna go home. I'm gonna stop hiccuping and burping. Bill, Hiccup. What are you working on? Where can the folks find you?
You know, the normal things. You follow me on Twitter at SunAmatel, uprocks.com,
That place.
/pro wrestling, uprocks.com/sportswithspanish.com, all of the good things. Tomorrow morning, we have a interview that Brandon Starr conducted with none other than Chris Jericho, Y2J, lead singer of Fozzy, going up tomorrow, talking about all things Fozzy, where he's going, what he meant by his Washington Post comments that if he never returns to wrestling, he'd be fine with it.
Wait, you're talking about Fozzy? You mean Moongoose McQueen?
Moongoose.
Is it Moongoose or is it Mongoose? I don't know.
You said Moongoose.
I did say Moongoose because that's what I thought it was.
All the
Mongoose. It's
it's
mongoose.
one O is the difference between Mongoose and Mongoose.
I saw an invisible umlaut. I really want to read that. It looks like fun.
Well, you should.
Love me some
That
Brandon
would be
Stroud.
Mongoose.
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 And let's listen to the one true hobo tell us where we can find him.
Yeah, tell us about the other guy.
Yeah, well,
No.
friggin'
Wait, no.
what culture, whatever. You can find me at True Hobo on Twitter. I'm not gonna be here for the next 3 weeks. Next 3 weeks are gonna be hobo free.
You should have talked to HR about that.
Who's HR? HR puffing
Herman
stuff?
Ramirez.
Yeah.
He handles all of our booking.
Oh, damn it. I'm sorry, Herman. I'm going to be traveling a lot. A summer tour, if you will. I'll be at AZW, ACW, and Go Wrestling. And that's just a start. Might pick up some other stuff along the way.
But what areas of the country will you be in?
Well, that's Hawaii and Florida.
Covering all the
ACW
bases.
is in Hawaii, Oahu to be
There you
exact.
go.
ACW is in Port Richey, and Go Wrestling is in Daytona.
Flipping
Yeah.
love,
baby.
Yeah.
love Daytona, USA.
So wait, are you flying from Hawaii to Florida? Because that's
No,
That's a really
I
long-
will be back.
you go the
Here.
other way.
You'll be back in California, but not in studio.
Right.
You're flying back on a Thursday and out on a Tuesday.
Yes.
California.
Yeah. But
right.
I'm probably gonna go to the thing, the Meltdown, the Championship Wrestling from Hollywood.
Oh, good. Good.
At
Cool.
Meltdown.
It's on the 19th?
It's on a
That
Saturday.
is June 17th.
So 17th
June
at
17th.
11 a.m.
Yes. June 17th, it's a
Yeah.
Saturday at Meltdown Comics, Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, hosted by friend of the show, Jervis Cottonbelly.
I'll be there, maybe.
Also, make sure to check. And Bill might be there.
You
I
might
might
be
be there. Hobo might be there. We all might be there.
Joe Galley will be there.
Joe Galley. Everybody loves Joe Galley.
He does.
So make sure. Just what? Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Mark Donica. Use the hashtag NXTeam. Also go to nxteam.spreadshirt.com to get all of your merch. Where all of the shirts that we talked about won't be on sale anytime soon.
Right.
I hope so. And then check out Xbox 12360 this week. We, as mentioned, we had Jeff Cobb. The Lucha Underground After Show returns tomorrow night with Jimbo in the booth, who is helping us out right now. Rachel, Sam, Evans, Ty Matthews, PMA, who recently stepped down from the Raw show, which was the sadness.
The Puma stepped down.
Yeah, okay. But
Is
find
that
all of
what
us.
PMA means? Puma?
Yes, that's what
Ty
PMA
Matthews,
means.
Puma.
Find all of us here at AfterBuzz TV. Leave us a comment down below. Leave us a review on iTunes. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
But not him.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.